Welcome. Happy Friday. Good morning. My name is Ellen. This is Yoga Flow. I'm glad to be here today with you. Our focus today will be, my style of Yoga Flow is a traditional vinyasa, slow flow vinyasa style. So kind of a mellow practice. I'm a mellow teacher. So slow flow vinyasa with some hatha yoga, some alignment, some focus on alignment. And then what I'd like to do on Fridays is to bring in also a focus posture or a project pose. So we'll be working our bodies in yoga poses that specifically help us be prepared for today's pose will be monkey pose or Hanuman asana. So asana means posture, so monkey pose. So what that is the front splits. So we don't have to go right into the front splits. Probably most of our bodies don't do front splits. But what we can do with our yoga practice is stretch our bodies and strengthen our bodies in practice. And over time, our bodies become more flexible, stronger, and maybe a little closer to monkey pose. So that'll be our focus today. So we'll do lots of hip stretches, hamstring stretches. And so I'm going to recommend that you grab 2 blocks for once we get to monkey pose. Props are an excellent tool in yoga, one of the many tools we can use. Different size blocks, you've got different sizes, so you can use them flat and they're shorter or small. And then you can use them kind of on their side and they're medium, or on their end and they're tall, small, medium, large. Okay, and if you don't have a yoga block, just feel free to grab a couple yoga blankets. You might not have yoga blankets. A yoga strap, if you have a robe, like a tie for your robe, a bathrobe, or like a belt that's soft, fabric belt maybe, would work as well. That'll be good for our hamstring stretching. And if you don't have yoga blocks or yoga blankets, beach towels would work as well. So just grab a couple of larger towels and just fold them down to a size that are kind of similar to like a little bolster pillow. So I'm going to set my blocks aside. I'm going to set my blankets aside so they're ready and handy for us. Let's get started. So we'll start in Tadasana today, mountain pose. So feet to root, hips distance apart. Toes are wide but light. Really separate your toes. Set the toe bones really wide, but toes light. And then we'll stand tall as we tuck our tailbone, tuck our chin just a little, keep our ribs tucked in. Maybe a few shoulder rolls, up, back, and down. So I like to start with some grounding and centering, traditional yoga practice. Bring our mind, our bodies, and our breath together. Maybe a few the opposite direction here, shoulder rolls. Maybe a few really big arm rolls, reaching up and down. And then the opposite direction, forward and up and over. Beautiful. One more shoulder roll, up, back, and down. And then we'll just let our palms face forward and our arms relax. A little tuck to the chin. So maybe we close eyes, rooting into earth, toes relaxed, legs relaxed, ribs relaxed. Breathing, mind focuses somewhere within. As we begin to deepen and lengthen our yoga breath. Yoga breath is breathing in and out through the nose. So fill your body with air. Notice all the places in our body where air goes, not just, well, it does go to our lungs and our diaphragm, but we expand. Our spine grows taller, our ribs expand, our side bodies and our back bodies. So mind can focus on the breath and how the breath affects the body. As we begin to lengthen and deepen, long, deep breaths. Take a few more breaths here. Try to keep our focus on breathing as we move throughout our postures. Vinyasa style of yoga means movement with breath. So we'll allow our breath to lead our movement, our breath to set our pace. Beautiful. You can bring a little movement here. So mind stays connected. You can do yoga with eyes open or closed. Just continue to shift your focus, internal and external. Maybe circling the wrists. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reaching up to sky, palms together, gazing up. Now we're creating a back bend. Maybe a little sway side to side with your body, a little twist at the hip. Beautiful. Center. And exhale, hands to heart. Release the hands back to mountain. We'll tuck our chin, let the head fall forward. Just a few vertebrae in the neck. Shoulders relaxed. And on an inhale, lift our chin, let the head fall back. Breathing. So you could move your facial muscles around if you like as well. You stretch the jaw. Inhale, tall. One more time, inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Now hands slide down the front of our legs until we're in half lift. So hands to knees or shins, little tuck to the chin, draw the belly in. Extend your tailbone back, the crown of your head forward. So shoulder blades are moving down the rib cage toward the seat. It's an active, long posture here. And we'll just continue to take another breath or two as we settle perhaps a little deeper. See how far your body goes, where you can still relax into whatever resistance we find. Beautiful. Then on the exhale, bending knees, round your spine. Let your ribs rest on your thighs. Maybe holding opposite elbow. Could sway a little here. And sway side to side, maybe toe to heel. You could gently nod the head. Beautiful. So here we're getting more of a back stretch. Bending knees, beginning to lengthen the legs again. Breathing. So feel that resistance in the hamstrings, back of the legs. Try and relax into that. And on the inhale, knees bend, rolling up to sky, reach and gaze, palms together overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Release. Beautiful. On the inhale, reach to sky. Hands to heart, forward fold. This time on the inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, release. One more time, all the way up to sky. Beautiful, hands to heart. Find our way to the back of our mat, so we're facing the length, Tadasana or mountain. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll walk our hands out to plank. So walk your hands out, fingers are wide, wrists beneath shoulders, seat in line with the rest of the body. Pushing back into the heels. So hands are shoulders width, feet are hips distance. Draw the belly in, gazing between your hands. Inhale, high plank. Beautiful. Then we'll come to the knees or stay on the toes, your choice. High to low, chaturanga, so elbows stay tucked in, lower down, and then lift your upper body as you set the hips down, finding a back bend. Elbows stay tucked in. Now you can go lower, baby cobra. Push a little higher into the arms, a little more stretch. Beautiful. Exhale, rounding back to child's pose. Seat to heels, forehead and chest to floor. Breathing. We'll take our gaze forward to the hands. Open your hands about as wide as the mat, so maybe pinkies touch that. Gazing forward, we'll come forward. Keep your chin and chest low. Set the ribs down right between the hands. Lower the body, tuck the chin. Reach back into your toes. So feel your kneecaps lift. Your seat tighten up, your legs tighten up. Lift your upper body. Keep your chin tucked. Hover your hands. Elbows tuck in, baby cobra. Breathing. Up into the arms, a little more cobra. Maybe up into upward facing dog. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, child's pose. Beautiful. Then we'll take one more of those. Inhale forward to your baby cobra. Maybe your cobra, your up dog. This time exhale, downward dog. Seats to sky. Feet hips width. Hands are shoulders width. Push the earth away. Strong arms. Nice long spine. Maybe pedaling feet here. So warm up those hamstrings, back of the legs. Strong arms. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg to sky, split dog, reaching right leg high. Push the earth away with your hands and reach your right leg opposite. And we'll bend our knee, open the hip. One more breath here, relaxing standing leg. Downward facing dog. Exhale, high plank. One more vinyasa. Line up the seat, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we'll inhale, left leg to sky, split dog, three-legged dog. Breathing. Option to bend the knee, open the hip. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Little bend to the knees, gaze to the hands, step or hop, forward fold, front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Release, mountain. Beautiful. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the chin. Nice and tall, right ear to right shoulder. We'll tuck the chin toward the right collarbone. Roll the head forward and down. We'll take left ear to left shoulder. Straighten up a little taller. Tuck the chin to left collarbone. Roll the head forward and down. Breathing. Are you ready for a full circle? Full neck roll? Let's go clockwise and counterclockwise a few times around. Beautiful. Back to center. Back to our mountain. Front of the mat. Feet root into earth. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, hands plant, knees bend, right leg steps back, starting with a lunge. So right heel stays lifted. We're settling into that right hip toward earth, left knee over left ankle. Option to keep your hands low, option to lift the body. Just stretch that right hip, front of the hip. It's a little more stretch, so figure out where it feels good for your body. Might not be ready for a tall lunge. Beautiful. Planting hands, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Take the time to line it up, engage high to low. Chaturanga. Inhale. Your up dog, your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to sky, split dog. Exhale, right foot forward. This time, left heel stays lifted. So both hips are neutral. Actually, right knee over right ankle. Hands can stay low. The more we lift our body, the more stretch you get in front of left hip. Breathing. Option to lift arms. Option to gaze up. Lots of different lunge options in yoga. Planting hands, stepping forward. Forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale the sky. And exhale, heart. Release. Other side. Inhale, sky. Forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Now we'll step left leg back. Right knee bends, right knee directly above the right heel. Important alignment, nice long spine. Now we'll drop the left knee down. Turn that left foot over, low lunge. Settling into that left hip. So our seat kind of settling toward the earth. And if you lift your body tall, you get more stretch. Front of the left hip. Figure out how much stretch is good for your body right now. Breathing, maybe taking gaze up, low lunge. Beautiful. Hands plant. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Chaturanga, high to low. Toes or knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, left leg to sky. Exhale, left foot forward. Lunge, other side. So first of all, aligning left knee over heel. Dropping right knee down, turning right foot over. Stretch that front of that right hip. So option to lift body, option to lift arms. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale, hands plant, right leg forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, heart. Release. Inhale, sky, moving on, a little different this time. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, knees bend, arms lift. Arms forward, seat back. Breathing. So toes are light, feet are hips width, shoulder blades drop down. Same space between knees and feet. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, plank, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale your up dog or your cobra, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, right leg to sky, split dog. On the exhale, body comes to plank. We'll take the right knee to chest, right to center. Inhale to sky. 2 more of those. Exhale, knee to chest, body to plank. Inhale to sky. Last one, knee to chest. Inhale to sky. Beautiful. Right foot steps forward. Back heel plants. Inhale, tall. Warrior 1. So left heel is angling back. Hips are rotating clockwise. So body faces forward. Right knee directly over the heel. Shoulders down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, both legs long. Long spine folds toward front leg. Pyramid pose. It's like a half lift. Settling forward. Good pose to have a block for. Gonna have a block beneath the left hand. Either hand really. On the mat. Focusing on the right hamstring stretch while keeping the spine long. One more breath here. Easing into that stretch. Beautiful. We'll bend our right knee. Body tall again, warrior 1. Rotating body toward the right. Arms parallel to earth in line over the legs. Neck turns to gaze forward. Warrior 2. Right heel, back heel. They both align, heel to heel alignment, front foot to back. Right knee over ankle. Beautiful, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful, left arm back. Right arm lifts, gazing up. Beautiful, exhale, warrior 2. And we'll come back to that warrior 1. Beautiful, planting hands, plank, chaturanga, high to low. You can find your own pacing through this little vinyasa. Breathing, 2 breaths, downward dog. We'll all meet up there. Next inhale, left leg to sky, split dog. On the exhale, left knee to chest as body comes to plank. Inhale to sky, left leg. 2 more, exhale, knee to chest. Inhale to sky. Last one, knee to chest. Inhale to sky. Beautiful. This time exhale, left foot steps through. Back heel plants. Body comes tall, left knee over left ankle, right heel angles back. Hips rotate counterclockwise. Breathing. Shoulders down. Strong back leg. Left toes are light. Breathing. Kind of rolling into the outer edge of right foot. Straight and strong back leg. One more breath here. Virabhadrasana. Beautiful. Exhale, both legs long. Arms release. Long spine folds toward left leg. Pause when you feel that good stretch, that resistance. Option to have the block. If your arms are shorter or your hamstrings are real tight, you can adjust how wide your stance is as well, and you can re-angle that back heel. Angling that back heel just angles this hip, the right hip. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale back to our warrior one. Left knee bends, body tall. Shoulders down. Body rotates right, arms parallel to earth. Heel to heel alignment, front foot to back. Shoulders over hips. Gazing forward. Breathing. Virabhadrasana 2. Peaceful warrior, right arm back, left arm lifts. Couple breaths here, little side stretch, little back bend. Beautiful. Back to our warrior 2. And we'll come back to our warrior 1. Swivel those hips. Planting hands. One more chaturanga. Plank. High to low. Inhale your cobra or your up dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Beautiful. We'll come down to the knees. Child's pose. Knees a little wider. Big toes come together. Forehead and chest toward floor as our seat goes back toward the heels. Breathing. Couple breaths. Just release. Beautiful. Let's come tall into our tabletop position now. Hands and knees. You can stay lengthwise on your mat. And we'll step right leg straight out to the side. Right leg long. Come tall onto your left knee. So we're standing tall on that left side. Right toes point forward. Inhale, left arm to sky. Shoulder drops. Leaning right. There's our gate pose. Turn the neck to gaze down, forward, or up. Your choice. Inhale, tall, right arm to sky. Left hand plants beneath the shoulder on the mat. Right arm straight above the shoulder. Neck turns to gaze up. Breathing. Here's a modified side plank. Right arm could also reach further left. Longer side stretch. Inhale, tall. Come on back to that gate pose. Leaning right. Inhale, tall. Left hand plants, a little different this time. Left hand beneath shoulder, and then one more hand's distance further left. So we can lean that shoulder right over the heel. Right arm to sky. Lifting right leg parallel to earth. Flex the feet back. Breathing. Gazing up. You can pointer flex here. Option, right knee bends, right hand reaches to find that right foot. Pushing that right foot into the right hand. Breathing, increasing front hip stretch and back bend. One more breath. Beautiful. Extending right leg, extending right arm. Body tall, planting right foot. We'll come back to that tabletop. High plank, chaturanga, high to low. Inhale your up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. 2 breaths. Beautiful. We'll come to our hands and knees again. Tabletop, shoulders over wrists. And we'll extend left leg out to the side. Body tall. So right side nice and long. Left toes point forward. Inhale, right arm to sky. Pause to let your shoulder drop, leaning toward the left. Long side stretch. Where do you like your gaze? You could turn your neck to gaze down, forward, or up. Inhale, tall. Now right hand plants beneath shoulder, left arm to sky, gaze to sky. Option to extend left arm further right. Inhale. Next inhale, tall, leaning toward the left. One more gate pose. Inhale, tall, right hand plants, right beneath shoulder, and then one more hands distance further right. Right shoulder directly above right wrist, gazing up to that left hand. Left leg parallel to earth. Breathing. Draw the belly in. Push out into that heel. You're pushing the earth away with your right hand. You're reaching up to sky with the left. Beautiful. Pointer flex, left leg. Option to bend left knee. Left hand reaches back for left foot. Breathing. A little shoulder stretch as well. So left foot pushes into left hand. Creates a little more leverage. Breathing. Little back bend, little quad stretch. One more breath. Beautiful. Release. Extending left arm and left leg. Left foot plants. Body tall. Back to the tabletop. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's walk our hands back to our feet, bending the knees on the way. Pause here in ragdoll. Maybe that little sway. Toe to heel, feet are parallel hips width. Breathing, gradually lengthening legs, increasing stretch in the hamstrings. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, Utkatasana, knees bend, arms lift. That's the chair pose. Seat back. Gaze forward, shoulders down. Palms together, legs long, heart to sky. Inhale and exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale, sky. Exhale, forward fold. Here's our little focus on the monkey, Hanumanasana. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands walk out to plank. High to low, chaturanga. Inhale your up dog or your cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. 2 breaths here. All right. Inhale, right leg to sky, split dog. Exhale, right foot forward. Lunge, so keep that back heel lifted, and we'll come right into that low lunge. So set your left knee down. Body comes a little taller. We're aligning that right knee over the right heel. So option to lift the body. Beautiful. So here's where we want to have those blocks nearby. You could have a block on either side. If you just want to have kind of a handle here, something nearby. They could be any height. Just getting them ready. Inhale, tall. Low lunge. Lifting, gazing, crescent low lunge. Nice back bend here. Settling in front of left hip. Planting hands. Here's our half monkey. Extend your right leg long. So keep your body facing front leg. Try to keep that right foot flexed. Now if your hamstrings are real tight, these blocks would be handy because you can be up a little taller. As you fold the body toward that right leg. Beautiful. So maybe relaxing into the toes. See if that helps feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Seat can be high. Another variation is seat toward heels. You could sit back on that left heel, folding forward. We'll take 2 more breaths here. A really long, deep hamstring stretch. Last breath. Beautiful. We'll come back to the low lunge. Right knee bends. Settling into that front hip. All right, so those 2 postures are your prep poses for the splits. So Hanumanasana is a monkey who leaps in the splits pose from India to Sri Lanka in the lore. And he gazes up like this. So think about extending that right leg forward. Now I like to have a block handy. I'll just put it right under where that right thigh is going to rest. And you can have those blocks handy too if you want to have a little more of a handle. Just going to start extending your right leg forward and back. So we're up a little higher, supported on the block. Right foot flexed, back. Inhale to sky. Breathing. 1 more breath here. Hanumanasana. Beautiful, and release. So gradually in time, you might take that block out of the way, settle a little deeper, and I don't recommend going at it too quickly. That's a progress pose. We'll come back to that low lunge, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Coming down to our child's pose. 2 breaths here. And finding downward facing dog, seats to sky. Inhale, left leg to sky, split dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Low lunge, so left knee bends. Settling into front of right hip, dropping that right knee down. Beautiful. Low lunge. Inhale to sky. Couple breaths here. So holding your low lunge, relaxing and settling. Just going to fix the music. Get the music playing again. Beautiful. Back to that low lunge. Hands planted. We'll extend left leg long. So get that hamstring stretch now. Body faces the left leg. So we're keeping our torso square to that front leg. Drawing those left toes back increases a little tension. It's more of an active stretch. Hands could be on those blocks. Or you could take seat back toward the heels. Long spine folds forward. So feel where that feels good as far as the hamstring stretch goes. When you feel good resistance, you can relax the left toes a little bit. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, forward again, low lunge. So here's the front of that right hip stretch. Breathing. Maybe we have the blocks as our little handles here. And kind of get the earth a little closer. If you have really long arms, you might not need blocks. Kind of extending the leg forward. You can hold on to those blocks, or if you have the block you want to get ready. I have a bigger block for this one. Extending left leg forward. Hips stay neutral there. Left toes draw back. Body tall. Maybe you just practice hands to heart. To begin, maybe the body leans forward a little more. It's going to give you a little more hamstring stretch, but a little less in the hips. So notice how that feels when you bring body tall. Maybe you reach those arms tall. Create that back bend. Imagine Hanuman leaping from India to Sri Lanka. Leap of faith. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. All right. So planting that left foot, bending left knee. Move your props out of the way. Beautiful. Find that low lunge. Downward facing dog. We'll come down to the child's pose. This time narrow. Knees closer together. Seat back toward heels. Forehead and chest toward floor. We'll bring our arms back by our heels and tuck the chin. Beautiful. So you're kind of gazing at that little gap between your knees. If you've got a little gap, you can imagine that you can see through your knees. And then lift your seat. Begin to roll the head. So the top of the head is down. And we're lifting up into flexion here. Little tuck to the chin. This is rabbit pose. Beautiful. And I'm showing you this because it's a really good counter stretch for deep back bends, which we're just about to do. Seat toward heels. Beautiful. Extended child's pose, arms forward. We'll come all the way forward. So set your ribs between your hands. Extend your legs long. Hands plant, elbows bend, so hands are right beneath your shoulders. Little tuck to the chin. Forehead down, feet hips width. Reach length into your toes. Activate the legs. When you reach the toes, do you feel your kneecaps lift? The back of your legs engage, the seat tight. Lift your upper body. Tuck the chin, gazing down. See if you can hover your hands. There's our baby cobra. Adding on. Arms reach forward and up. Breathing. Beautiful. Can you lift your legs off as well? So option here, locust pose. Lots of variations on locust. This is just one version. Arms could be out to the side as well. Or back. One more breath. Back strengthener. Beautiful. Hands plant. Back to that child's pose. Nice and slow. Counter stretch. So here's where that rabbit pose might feel better than child's pose. You could take seat toward heels. Arms back by feet. Tuck the chin. Lift to the seat. Find a little more flexion. A little more active stretch. One more breath. Child's pose option as well. Beautiful. Inhale, tall, hero's pose. Sitting tall. We'll come up onto the knees. So here I'll show you from front view. We want hips and knees and feet vertically aligned and lined front to back with the feet. Hands come on the back pockets. So maybe your yoga pants don't have back pockets or whatever you're wearing for yoga. Imagine they do. Imagine you're sliding your hands deep into those back pockets. Opening the chest, lifting your gaze. See if you could draw the elbows together. Breathing. So option here, you can tuck your toes under as well. We'll push our hands into our seat as we gradually increase the back bend. Hips vertically align over knees. Make sure you can swallow and breathe. One more breath here. Lots of variations on camel. Beautiful. Inhale, tall. Slowly back, gently back into that child's pose or the rabbit. 2 breaths. Beautiful. Let's come on to our knees. Then we'll move on to our seat. Legs in front of our body. Extending legs long, rolling onto your back. Full body stretch. Breathing. Maybe a little more stretch into the left side, the right side. Maybe a little stretch into your heels, and then pointing. Beautiful. Arms down by your sides. I'd like to end our practice or move toward the end of practice with some spinal twists. Great way to neutralize the spine, the muscles in the back, the side body. So bending knees, opening your arms out to the sides, tuck your shoulder blades under. My favorite version here is taking left knee, crossing it over right. Seal that space. So that's one option. You can also keep knees side by side, or you could extend right leg long. Keep left knee bent. And we'll let our knees drop toward the right. So maybe that right hip tucks under a little. As the knees drop right, neck turns to gaze left. Wiggle into this one. Make sure you're finding a good alignment so that it feels like your spine is nice and long. Both shoulder blades are rooted down on the mat. If one is lifted up off the mat, so you can get them both down. You want to bend in your knees. Breathing, finding ease. Let's take one more breath here. Beautiful. Neck turns to gaze back toward the sky. We'll come on out of our twist, untwist the body, uncross your legs if they're crossed. Finding symmetry again on your back from side to side. So other side, same options, knees side by side, or you could cross right knee over left, or you could extend left leg long and keep right knee bent. We'll let our knees drop toward the left this time. So maybe on the way down, you just tuck left hip under a little more. Decide where you want to plant your feet. Both shoulder blades root down. Neck turns to gaze right. So knees are dropping left. Neck is turned to gaze right. Couple breaths here. Finding ease, noticing if anything is tight. See if you can relax a little into it. One more breath. Beautiful. And we'll come back out of our twist. So neck first, untwist the neck, untwist the rest of our spine. Back to center, hug the knees. Give them a little squeeze in and then rock the body side to side. As we rock, several breaths here. Tuck the chin, tuck your shoulder blades under. Really lengthen and center. This might feel good for your body today, having a little compression in the hips. If your hips are feeling real stretched, like they need a little counter stretch, this would be good. Maybe you just kind of circle one finger and thumb around the opposite wrist. Create a little bandha, little binder lock. Maybe you interlock your fingers. Just kind of let the weight of your legs fall into the arms. So relaxing there. Maybe this is your final relaxation. More of a counter stretch. It's a child's pose, but on our back. Maybe you extend your legs all the way down. Let your heels find the outer corners of the mat. Heels in, toes out. So our hips are open. Kind of tuck your seat under, your shoulder blades under. Wherever your arms are comfortable. So we're going for not a lot of sensation in our final posture. Trying to pick a restorative pose today. Beautiful. So bringing mind's eye to center. Anywhere within, just focus the mind's eye. Your mind's focus onto the breath. Allow the mind to follow the rise and the fall of the breath. So yes, we observe the mind can be trusted to relax. The breath can be trusted. The body will breathe. So calming the mind, trusting the breath, relaxing the muscles. There's really nothing right now for the mind to do. Nothing to control. Nothing to think about. Just observe. Be in the moment after moment, without the urge to control the moment at all. Just let the moment be. Just allow the nervous system to settle and to shift. Parasympathetic nervous system. The rest, restore, relax state of being. If you'd like to take a little longer Shavasana today, please feel free to stay here as long as you want. Traditionally, In yoga, we practice a nice long Shavasana. So that is up to you. Make your Shavasana as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, put a little bit of movement back into the fingers, the toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe the facial muscles slowly reawakening. So we're shifting back to our sympathetic nervous system. Beginning to do again. Reawaken. Keep your mind focused internally. A little bigger movements and bigger breath when you're ready. Bending knees, planting feet. You could roll to the side body if you like. Find your way back to seated. Any comfortable seat. Back to center. Back to breath. Internal focus. Dhyana. The mind, the body, the breath, the heart unite. That, my friends, is our yoga, the union of mind, body, and breath. That's what we do all the rest of the practice for. Finding the peace. Bring your mind's eye to focus at heart. Bring your hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra, palms and fingers aligned, sometimes called Namaskara. As we bow the head, honor the heart, salute the heart. Inhale, lift our mudra to our forehead, honoring wisdom, learning, knowing, becoming wise. Hands to our mouth, our throat, honoring our voice, our words, our truth. May the light and the spirit that lived in me see the light and the spirit that live in you. May we see that light and that spirit in everyone. Namaste. Thank you for practice today. My name is Ellen, so Fridays at noon, Yoga Flow, every week a little different focus, so the poses will always be a little different. And then I'm back on Wednesday for gentle yoga, so a nice vinyasa, slow flow vinyasa and hatha practice as well. Modified to be a little gentler on the hips and the knees and the shoulders. So that is still a really nice mellow yoga practice. So I hope to see you then. Classes on Saturday, every day of the week except Sunday. So check out the schedule at ymcanorth.org. Look for virtual classes. Goodbye. Namaste.